Nothing like an adrenaline boost to get our hero to really start wailing on those monsters. We were unsure how to represent a surge of adrenaline at first, but I think we nailed it. Yep, definitely nailed it. These rickety old things, the higher up they went, the more they sounded like they were gonna fall apart. I'm amazed that no one ever got hurt, or worse, riding these things. Well, there was the actor we originally cast for Dick's role, but we don't talk about him. Really start to get a sense of how high up our heroes have been climbing here. Reminds me of how the crew always used to comment on how high everyone was. Those jokers, they'd even say it when we were filming the grounded scene. And they all giggled like school children whenever they mentioned it too. So I'd make sure to laugh even harder so they'd know I was in on the joke. Whatever it was.
This beast here. I must make for higher ground.
Sets back then. Props, walls, you name it. Then you move. Bits and pieces around and created whole new scenes. We were efficient. I adopted that technique to my wardrobe too. If you mixed and matched efficiently, you could get by for years on only a handful of shirts and underwear. spin pieces around and created whole new scenes. We were efficient. I adopted that technique to my wardrobe, too. If you mixed and matched sufficiently, you could get by for years on only a handful of shirts and underwear.
Expensive back then? How'd you manage to shoot all?
Get enough of these free-falling shots. Something so invigorating and freeing about them. Like sticking your head out of the sunroof while driving on the freeway. Modern science fiction directors sometimes put the lens flare in on purpose. Why on earth? What's the next trend? Dead fly on the lens? Jeez. Watch. You won't believe me, but you just watch. It'll happen. Some big shot will do it for one scene, and the following year, everyone will be doing it.
Dr. Peculiar,
Yes, Your Eminence.
release the Mechameleon!
But Your Eminence, the Mechameleon isn't ready.
What is the meaning of this? I thought he was completed.
Genius is never completed, Your Eminence. I was just preparing to install a chainsaw on his tail.
Enough! Your tinkering costs me precious gold and time. You do not have that luxury, Dr. Peculiar.
Yes, Your Eminence. Releasing the Mechameleon at once.
Ah, Ludwig. Yeah, good old Ludwig. We cast an actual doctor to play Dr. Peculiar. Never again. Oh my God, he was a cranky old coot. May he, rest in peace. The costumes, the script, the creature effects, you name it, he wouldn't stop criticizing everything. Well, in his defense, I think he did have some early signs of dementia or something. He was always getting lost on set, forgetting his lines, making up new ones. Yeah, it was cute. Midway through a scene, he'd just yell, "Where are my pills?" It was like a catchphrase. We almost left a few of them in. I have to say that the incredible job the animators did with the King Gorilla can only be outdone by their work in the Mechameleon. I'll leave further comments for later in the film, but this was truly